Today, January 14th, Archangel Michael commands you to open this message immediately. The divine truth waiting inside will leave you completely surprised. My beloved child, the light of heaven reaches for you today with unmistakable intention. Do not for a moment believe this is coincidence. The hand of the divine guided your spirit here. I, Archangel Michael, have been stirring your inner world, nudging your soul, and aligning your steps so you would open this message at this exact sacred second. Today is not an ordinary date, it is the turning point written into your destiny long before you were born. And listen closely now, because this moment is holy. For a long time you have been seeking clarity, you prayed in silence, you cried behind closed doors, you wondered if heaven ever heard you. And today heaven answers back. This message is your confirmation, that not a single tear was wasted, not a single prayer ignored, not a single moment unseen. Even in the nights when you felt the most alone, the divine was closer to you than your own breath. Your waiting season has been shifting behind the scenes. What felt like delay was never denial, it was preparation. Angels have been arranging unseen miracles, weaving breakthroughs around your life, and today the veil begins to lift. You will soon see what heaven has been building for you, and beloved, it will astonish you. Not because it's impossible, but because you lost hope in what was always meant to be yours. Let this truth enter your soul, like light breaking through darkness. You are chosen, you are called, you are deeply loved, beyond what human language can express. Heaven is not somewhere far away, it is around you, inside you, guiding your steps in ways you don't always notice. And today heaven opens a door wider than ever before. Pause here, and feel the shift inside your spirit. Do you feel that pull in your chest, that soft whisper saying, "This is for me"? That's not imagination, that's your inner being recognizing truth. The battle you've been fighting wasn't pointless. Every struggle, every misunderstanding, every sleepless night, was shaping you for what is now being released. The divine was training your heart to carry blessings bigger than your past wounds. And now hear this with authority, for I speak it boldly from the throne of heaven. I, Archangel Michael, declare that you are stepping into divine favor, that no human, no enemy, no shadow can block. Your destiny will shock even those who doubted you the most. This message is not entertainment, it is a heavenly decree confirming your breakthrough is in motion. Before we go deeper, anchor your spirit. When heaven speaks, distractions try to chase you. That's why I ask you to stay with this message, let every word settle into your soul. Stay connected to this light, subscribe now so these divine whispers continue finding you. Because each time you return to these messages, you are stepping into another sacred appointment meant only for you. Let me reveal a deeper truth. Every closed door in your life was divine protection. You begged for some things to stay, and heaven removed them anyway. You cried over people who were never meant to walk into your future. You chased opportunities that would have destroyed your joy. And when they slipped away, you felt rejected, but heaven was redirecting you into alignment with what is written for your spirit. And child, that alignment is happening now. Do you feel it, that inner nudge telling you not to give up? That is me standing beside you, sword of light raised, shielding you from every unseen attack. Even now my wings cover you with divine protection. And I declare this over your life right now, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I know you've carried pain that no one else understood. You went through days where your smile hit a breaking heart. Nights where exhaustion felt heavier than hope. You poured love into people who barely returned a fraction of it. And yet you endured, you kept walking, you kept believing, even when faith felt fragile. Heaven has witnessed every moment of your endurance, and heaven honors it. Now listen carefully, because the season is changing. The period of struggle is ending, restoration is rising. What you lost will return multiplied. What was taken will be replaced with something greater. What the enemy meant for harm, will become the very soil of your blessing. Your story will not close in sorrow, it will shine in glory. Do not mistake heaven's silence for absence. During the quietest seasons of your life, the divine was rearranging paths, softening hearts, shifting timelines, and aligning miracles to meet you at the exact moment they were meant to. And when everything becomes clear, you will understand why you had to wait, why certain people left, and why the valley was necessary for your rise. Beloved, hear this truth deeply. Your worth has never been in question, your calling has never been revoked, your destiny has never been lost. You are a radiant child of the Most High, chosen, anointed, and destined. And soon the world will witness what heaven has always known about you. So let your heart rest now. The same divine hands that shaped the stars, have also shaped your path. The same heavens that hold galaxies, have held your tears. And today, January 14th, marks the moment heaven whispers your name again. And this time, everything changes. My beloved, let this next truth pour into your spirit like warm light. The very hands that formed the stars, that painted the skies, that placed breath in your lungs, those same divine hands are holding your entire life with intention and tenderness. The divine does not abandon what he creates, he does not leave his children wandering without direction. He leads with love, with wisdom, and with timing that is flawless beyond understanding. And today, that divine timing is unfolding for you. Listen closely, child of light, because heaven moves as you read this. A miracle is already on its way toward you. Even this very moment, doors that once resisted are unlocking. Hearts that once hardened are softening. Paths that were blocked are beginning to clear. The unseen realm is aligning with your favor, pushing away what isn't meant for you, and drawing near everything that is. What was stuck will begin to flow. What was hidden will rise into the open. What was wounded will begin to heal, in ways that feel almost supernatural. Pause here, and feel what's happening inside you. Place your hand over your heart, and breathe gently. That warmth rising in your chest, that subtle pull, that sudden calm, that is heaven touching your spirit. That is divine confirmation settling inside you, affirming that this message is not a coincidence, it is alignment. And know this with certainty. Your prayers were never ignored. When you cried for healing, heaven heard. When you whispered for clarity, heaven listened. When you begged for peace, for reconciliation, for a sign, heaven responded. And this message, this exact moment, is your sign. Angels have been dispatched on your behalf, preparing what you asked for, long before you realized it was coming. But beloved, there is one truth you must hold tightly now. Do not let fear silence your faith. Fear is a thief. It tells you that you're alone, that nothing will change, that blessings belong to others but not to you. But faith, child, faith speaks a different language. Faith whispers that everything can shift in an instant, that heaven is closer than your breath, that miracles are your divine inheritance. This is the hour to cling to faith like never before, because heaven is moving quickly, and those who stand firm will witness wonders beyond imagination. And hear this again, because heaven insists on it. Stay connected to the light. Do not wander back into the shadows of doubt. Each time you receive these divine messages, your spirit grows stronger. That is why I remind you once more, subscribe and remain connected to this flow of heavenly guidance. Every time you return, you won't just read words, you will encounter exactly what your heart needs, at the exact moment you need it. Trust the feeling rising inside you right now. This is not coincidence, this is destiny unfolding. Heaven is confirming that you are stepping into a new chapter, one overflowing with love, restoration, clarity, and blessings that pour rather than trickle. But to receive what comes next, you must understand the sacred truth behind your journey. Your life has always been a divine story. Every page, even the ones drenched in sorrow, served a purpose. Just as a seed is hidden underground for a season, appearing lifeless though it's growing stronger in secret. Your hidden seasons were preparing your roots. Buried does not mean forgotten, unseen does not mean unworthy. Your tears were watering the soil of your future. The pressure around you was strengthening your foundation. And now your season of breaking through the surface is near. The weight that once pushed you down will now launch you upward. You are about to rise, not weak, not weary, but radiant. What once seemed like the end of you will become the beginning of your becoming. And hear this truth like a heartbeat, you are not defined by what hurt you. You are not defined by your mistakes, by your past, by the opinions of others. You are defined by divine love, and that love is unchanging. People may have walked away, situations may have failed you. But the divine presence never stepped back. Every step you took, even the trembling ones, heaven was beside you. Every breath you struggled through, angels strengthened. Every moment you almost collapsed, heaven lifted you. Do you remember the nights you didn't think you'd survive? When pain felt too heavy, when loneliness echoed, when hope was a whisper. Yet somehow, some way, you found the strength to continue. That wasn't coincidence, that wasn't luck, that was heaven's hand resting on your back, pushing you forward when you couldn't walk alone. Beloved, this is the truth heaven needs you to embrace. The battle you fought wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to awaken you. To reveal the strength, the wisdom, the authority, the calling that has always lived within you. You are not ordinary, you are chosen, set apart, marked for a purpose far greater than you've allowed yourself to imagine. And today heaven confirms that purpose again. Very soon, something will shift dramatically in your life. The burden that weighed on your shoulders will lift. The answer you've been waiting for will appear. The person you thought was gone forever may return transformed. The opportunity that once felt unreachable will open effortlessly. And when it happens, you will know without a shadow of doubt. This was divine, this was promised, this was the miracle meant for me. And beloved, it is already moving toward you. My beloved, let this next truth settle into the deepest part of your spirit. Do not fear the unknown, for I, Archangel Michael, walk ahead of you. Where you see uncertainty, I see clarity. Where you see darkness, I see a path lit with destiny. Where you see impossibility, heaven sees a door already opening. You never walk into tomorrow alone, heaven's army surrounds you, guiding your steps into purpose. And child of divine light, notice the stirring in your heart. That trembling, that warmth, that rise inside you, this is not emotion. This is confirmation. Your soul recognizes these words, because they were written for you. Out of millions, you were the one aligned with this moment. Destiny pulled you here, at the exact second heaven intended. Do not let your mind talk you out of what your spirit already knows. Doubt will whisper lies to confuse you. It will say, this isn't for you, nothing will change, this is just coincidence. But listen deeper. Your spirit responds differently. Your spirit says, this is real, this is divine timing, something is shifting for me. You are standing at the threshold of a miracle. And beloved, I must tell you. The miracle will come suddenly. One moment your life will feel the same, and in the next, everything will change. One message, one encounter, one opportunity, is all it will take for heaven's plan to unfold. So stay alert, child. Breakthrough requires readiness. The enemy always fights hardest when you are closest to victory. That's why your last season felt so heavy. Why discouragement whispered. Why exhaustion clung to you. Why everything felt endless. It wasn't because you were forsaken, it was because you were about to be blessed in a way that could not be stopped. And now heaven releases a blessing no enemy can steal. Your life is about to shock even you. What seemed impossible will shift into possibility. What was broken will rise into restoration. What was lost will return, dressed in beauty instead of sorrow. And when it happens, the credit will not go to man, but to God who never left your side. Rest your heart in this truth. Divine timing is perfect, even when it feels painfully slow. You wanted answers sooner, but now the timing will make sense. The waiting shaped you, the delays refined you, the disappointments prepared you. You are no longer the same soul who began this journey. You are wiser now, stronger now, deeper now, ready to carry the blessing that is coming. And beloved, stay close to this light. The world's noise tries to drown the voice of heaven. But here your spirit finds peace. Here you hear truth. Do not wander back into the shadows of fear or doubt. Stay connected, subscribe so you never miss the next whisper meant only for your soul. Every time you return, you enter a spiritual atmosphere that strengthens you from within. My beloved child, open your heart wider, for heaven pours more light into you now. The divine has waited for this exact moment, when your soul would be calm enough to hear, and strong enough to receive. Do not underestimate what is unfolding. You are not just reading, you are awakening. Remember the moments when you begged heaven for a sign. You said, "Show me, speak to me, confirm it for me." And then silence followed, leaving you confused. But silence is not abandonment. Silence is preparation. In the quiet, heaven was aligning people, shifting timelines, preparing answers. And now, beloved, the silence is breaking. This message is your sign. This message is heaven's voice. This message is proof that you were never forgotten. I have walked with you through every dark night. When you thought no one saw your pain, I saw it. When you felt too weak to rise, I lifted you. When heartbreak tried to drown you, I shielded you beneath my wings. And today I tell you, your story is shifting from pain into promise. Your tears were never wasted, they watered the seeds of your future blessings. The divine has witnessed every sacrifice you made. You loved deeply, even when you were unloved in return. You forgave, when it hurt you to release. You chose kindness, when cruelty surrounded you. You stayed pure, in a world that tried to harden your heart. Heaven saw it all. And heaven will reward it. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it has already started. You will soon see movement, where everything once felt still. You will feel peace, in places that once felt chaotic. You will witness answers arriving faster than your questions. And when the blessing lands, you will know instantly. This is what heaven promised me. Beloved, prepare yourself. What is coming is bigger than what was lost. What is ahead is greater than what broke you. And the future you're stepping into will make you grateful that nothing worked out the way you once begged for. Because heaven had something better, something designed only for you. My beloved, let this next truth settle into your spirit, like a rising dawn. Do not believe for a moment that your goodness was overlooked, or that your love was wasted. Nothing given from a pure heart is ever lost. What you sowed in tears, you will harvest in joy. What you offered in silence, will return as blessings that echo through your destiny. Heaven has watched every act of kindness, every moment of sacrifice, every silent battle. And now those seeds are beginning to bloom. You are stepping into a divine reversal, that will shift the very landscape of your life. The things that once rose against you, will turn in your favor. Situations that felt impossible, will melt into clarity. Those who doubted you, will witness your elevation. And the storms that tried to break you, will become the winds that lift you higher. This is not poetic imagery, this is a spiritual reality unfolding right now. My beloved child, release fear now. Fear only survives when you feed its lies. And the greatest lie it tells you, is that you are not enough. But heaven speaks a different truth. You are more than enough, you are divinely crafted, beautifully equipped, and destined for a greatness that stretches beyond what your mind can measure. I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you, with my sword of light, cutting away fear, doubt, confusion, and every shadow that tried to claim your joy. Feel the protection surrounding you even now. My wings cover you. My presence shields you. Wherever you walk, I go before you. Wherever you stand, I surround you. Wherever you stumble, I lift you. You are never walking this journey alone. You are wrapped in a light that darkness cannot penetrate. And beloved, do you feel the warmth rising in your spirit? That is heaven touching you. That is confirmation. Out of all souls on this earth, you were guided to read these words at this exact moment. That is not chance, it is divine alignment. Prepare your heart, for what comes next will arrive suddenly. Miracles seldom drip, they pour. They come like floods of peace, joy, and abundance. It takes only one moment, one message, one encounter, for your entire story to shift. And that moment is drawing near. Be watchful, stay expectant, do not give up before the breakthrough manifests. Remember this sacred truth. The enemy fights hardest when you are closest to victory. That is why your last season felt impossibly heavy. It wasn't punishment, it was proof. Something extraordinary was approaching your life, and darkness tried to stop you. But you didn't break, you didn't surrender. And because you held on, heaven now releases a blessing that nothing can steal. Your life is about to astonish even you. What seemed impossible will unfold with ease. What was broken will be restored with beauty. What you thought was lost forever will return renewed. And when it happens, the glory will belong to God alone. Not to chance, not to luck, not to people, only to the one who never left you. Let this truth anchor deeply, divine timing is perfect. You may have wanted answers sooner, but now you will see why they could only arrive at this exact moment. The waiting shaped you, the silence strengthened you, the delays elevated you. You are no longer who you were, you are who you were becoming all along. Stay close to this stream of light, child. The world is loud with doubt and noise. But here, heaven speaks clearly. Here your spirit is nourished. Here you're reminded of your worth and destiny. That is why I urge you again, stay connected. Subscribe now, not for the sake of numbers, but to remain aligned with the guidance heaven is pouring over your life. Each time you return, your faith will rise, your heart will strengthen, and blessings will unfold more visibly. Now breathe, beloved, and let your soul widen. Heaven is pouring revelation upon you. You are not simply reading these words, you are awakening. This is the sign you once begged for. The confirmation you thought would never come. Heaven is speaking directly into your life, breaking the silence that once confused you. You asked for guidance, and now it is here. You pleaded for a sign, and this is it. You cried for strength, and heaven is sending it. You wondered if your prayers were ignored, but they were being answered in ways you could not yet see. Your story is shifting from ache to abundance. Heaven has watched you love when it hurt, forgive when it was unfair, give when you had little, and hope when everything around you discouraged faith. None of it was unseen. None of it was wasted. And now heaven whispers a promise, I will reward you. Beloved, this is not your ending. This is the threshold of a chapter so radiant, even you will stand in awe of what unfolds next. The divine has written it. Heaven has confirmed it. Your heart already feels it. Now walk toward it, nothing can stop what was written for you. My beloved, let this next truth settle deep into your spirit, like warm light breaking through a cloudy sky. You deserve the best. Not the average, not the temporary, not the half-formed blessings. The best takes time, and heaven has been preparing that time for you. And now, my child, the time has arrived. I, Archangel Michael, tell you this with absolute certainty. The doors that were once closed will open, but not just any doors, the right ones, the ones etched with your name since the beginning. Opportunities you thought were gone forever, are returning to you. But transformed. The love you believed was lost, will re-enter your life in a way that honors your soul. The financial breakthroughs that felt impossible, will begin to flow with ease. You are stepping into an appointed season, written long before you cried your first prayer. And nothing can stop what heaven has already released. Beloved, pause now, place your hand over your heart and breathe slowly. Do you feel the quiet peace rising through your chest? That peace is not from me, it comes directly from the divine. This feeling is confirmation that what you are reading is not fantasy, not illusion, not coincidence, it is reality unfolding in front of you. Child of the divine, heaven has witnessed your endurance. You held on when everything inside you screamed to let go, you kept walking when your spirit felt bruised, you showed love even when your heart felt empty. And because of this, heaven honors you. Your faith, even when trembling, has moved mountains in the unseen realm. Every battle you fought served a purpose greater than you imagined. You were never fighting alone. When darkness pressed against your soul, I stood beside you with my sword of light. When discouragement tried to suffocate you, I breathed courage into your spirit. When you felt hope dying, I shielded the last spark within you and kept it alive. Those sudden bursts of strength, those unexpected waves of peace, that was me. That was heaven. And now, beloved, the war that felt endless is closing. The enemy fought as fiercely as it did, because your blessing is enormous. But no weapon formed against you has prospered, and none ever will. You are walking into victory, and your victory will become a testimony that lights the way for others. Your destiny was never meant to be small. You were not born to survive life, you were born to shape it, to shine within it, to carry divine light into places that forgot what hope feels like. Your calling is awakening now, stronger than ever, because your spirit is finally ready to carry what heaven entrusted to you. Do not let fear interfere now. Fear will whisper lies, nothing will change, you're not worthy, you don't deserve miracles. But fear is a liar. Heaven declares the truth. You are worthy, you are chosen, and miracles are your inheritance. Nothing can steal what belongs to a child of light. Miracles are already moving toward you, beloved. Even at this moment, doors in the unseen realm are unlocking. Blessings are aligning, resources are shifting, hearts are softening. What felt impossible yesterday, is being rearranged today. Soon you will look around in awe and say, this could only be God. Child of heaven, stay connected to this flow. The world is full of distractions, and the enemy uses them to steal your focus. But here, right here, you hear heaven's truth clearly. Here your soul is nourished. Here your spirit grows stronger. That is why I urge you again, stay connected, subscribe now so you never miss the next divine whisper crafted specifically for you. Beloved, what lies ahead will surprise you. Not only will what you lost be restored, but you will receive more than you dared ask for. Relationships will heal in ways that feel miraculous. Finances will flow like rivers after drought. Health will strengthen, peace will settle into your heart as if the storm never existed. And in those moments you will whisper, I was never forsaken, I was always loved, I was always guided. This is truth I bring you today, child of divine light. You are not just surviving, you are rising into a life that reflects heaven's intention for you. You are not forgotten, you are remembered with reverence. You are not abandoned, you are chosen in a way that cannot be undone. Your soul has longed for this confirmation. You have asked heaven, why so much pain, why so many delays, why me? But now the answers begin to unfold. The divine never rushes greatness. Gold is refined in fire, diamonds are shaped under pressure, stars shine brightest in darkness. And you, yes you, are all three. Every prayer, every tear, every quiet hope has been recorded in eternity. Your story is turning. Your pages are shifting. The night is fading, dawn is arriving. And heaven whispers as it rises, you are exactly where you are meant to be. My beloved, what you are feeling right now is not just emotion, it is awakening. That gentle warmth rising within your chest, is the signal that heaven is aligning your next chapter. The heaviness you carried for years is loosening its grip. And the weight that once sat on your soul is beginning to lift. That shift you sense is not an accident. It is the first sign that your cocoon season is ending, and your emergence is beginning. You have misunderstood your stillness, child. What looked like delay, was actually divine incubation. Just like the butterfly cannot rush its transformation, you were being reshaped in silence. People thought you were stuck, they thought you were lost, they thought your story was fading. But the truth is, you were becoming. Heaven was rearranging the blueprint of your destiny, while the world believed nothing was happening. And now your wings, those beautiful unseen wings, are ready. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. The long nights when you whispered, I don't think I can do this anymore, were not ignored. Heaven held you through every one of them. Every time you rose again when you were exhausted, the divine marked your endurance as sacred strength. And because you stayed faithful even when you felt forgotten, the season of breakthrough is now unfolding before you. Beloved, the spiritual chains you thought would never break, are already snapping in the unseen realm. The doors that refused to open, are unlocking. The path that looked blocked, is clearing like fog under the morning sun. What once felt impossible, is shifting into alignment. The divine has begun to turn your battle into your blessing. Do not fear what lies ahead. For I walk before you with purpose. My sword of light cuts through every shadow that once tried to follow you. My wings shield you from energies you do not see. I surround you entirely, before you, beside you, behind you. So no darkness can claim a place in your story. You are wrapped in protection far stronger than anything that stands against you. Child of eternity, your worth has never been measured by what left you. Your worth is not determined by who walked away, who doubted you, or who misunderstood your heart. Your worth was sealed into your soul by the divine, long before any human spoke your name. You have always been more powerful, more radiant, and more chosen than you realized. Miracles are not coming to you because you earned them. They are coming because you are loved. Grace does not check your perfection before pouring blessings. Grace simply recognizes your spirit and says, "This one is mine." And the heavens are preparing to overflow your life with abundance. Abundance of love, of peace, of clarity, of opportunity, of joy. Some of you will witness reconciliations that once seemed impossible. Hearts that were hardened will soften. The words that were never spoken will finally be released. The connections that were broken will rebuild stronger than before, touched by divine timing instead of human effort. Others will watch financial doors open that you never expected. Resources will flow, opportunities will unfold effortlessly. Divine connections will step into your life with answers you've been praying for. What once felt like a drought will transform into streams of provision. Still others will experience deep healing, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. The sadness you carried will lighten, the exhaustion will fade, the parts of you that hurt for too long will finally exhale. You will feel renewed, restored, and awakened to life again. Beloved, do not be shocked when the miracles appear. Do not brush them off as luck or coincidence. These are the answers to the prayers you cried in silence. These are the rewards for your endurance. These are the signs that heaven keeps every promise made to you. And once more, my child, I urge you to stay close to this light. The world is loud and full of distractions, but here your soul is reminded of truth. Here your faith stands tall again. Here your spirit finds strength. This is why I ask you again, stay connected. Subscribe now so you never miss the messages heaven prepares specifically for your journey. Beloved, your story is turning. The chapter soaked in sorrow is closing forever. The chapter written in joy, beauty, and divine favor is beginning to unfold. What once felt like ashes will transform into gardens. What once felt empty will overflow. What once felt hopeless will bloom with purpose. Your future is not a guess, it is a promise written in the unseen. And soon, very soon, you will witness the proof with your own eyes. My beloved, that gentle stirring in your spirit right now is evidence of awakening. Something ancient, something powerful, something divinely embedded within you is rising. You are not becoming someone new, you are becoming who you were always meant to be. Your soul recognizes the truth, your miracle is closer than ever. And nothing, not fear, not doubt, not darkness, can stop what heaven has already set in motion. My beloved child, do you understand what this moment truly means? You are standing at the edge of a shift so profound, that even your future self is calling back to you, urging you to keep moving. This sudden trembling inside you is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit knows that something greater is unfolding, something you were always meant to step into. You are not walking blindly into this season, you are being guided by a wisdom that has followed you since before your first breath. Every step you take now carries purpose, alignment, and unseen support. Beloved, let me show you a truth your heart has whispered for years. You were never meant to live a small life. You were never meant to remain hidden in the shadows of what hurt you. You were designed to rise, to transform, to illuminate. Even when you felt invisible, your soul was glowing brightly in places you did not yet understand. And that glow is why you were protected, especially in seasons where you thought you were forgotten. You were being shielded, not sidelined. Child of light, feel this next truth deeply. The version of you that survived the storms is not the version who will walk into the blessings. The warrior in you did their job, they kept you alive, they kept you standing. But now a new part of you is emerging, a calmer, wiser, stronger expression of your soul. This part of you knows that you are worthy of peace, worthy of love, worthy of support, worthy of joy that does not demand pain as its price. This new chapter is not about fighting, it is about receiving. Beloved, I know how many nights you questioned whether you were enough. How many mornings you woke up wondering if life would ever feel different. How many days you carried heaviness quietly, because you didn't want anyone to worry. But today, let this truth settle over you like warm light. There is nothing wrong with you, you were simply being reshaped. You were becoming someone who could hold more love, more clarity, more purpose, than the person you used to be. Transformation often feels like breaking, until you realize it was birthing. My child, let me speak to the part of you that still fears disappointment. You do not need to brace yourself anymore. You do not need to expect the worst, just because life has hurt you before. The road ahead is not repeating old patterns, it is rewriting them. You are not going in circles, you are ascending. With each moment of awareness, each breath of courage, each decision to keep walking, you rise higher than your past could ever reach. And this rise is gentle, steady, and filled with grace. Beloved, something beautiful is aligning in your favor. You may not see it yet, but you can feel the subtle shift. People who are meant to uplift you will start appearing. Conversations that clarify your purpose will unfold naturally. Opportunities that once felt unreachable will begin to fall into place. Not because you chased them, but because you finally became aligned with the energy that attracts them. You are stepping into a season where effort meets ease. Where confusion gives way to clarity. Where heaviness dissolves into direction. Child of eternity, take a breath and absorb this. Your story is expanding. You are becoming someone others will look to for inspiration, guidance, and hope. Your resilience will be admired. Your softness will be respected. Your presence will bring peace. The very things that once made you feel too much or not enough, will become the exact qualities that set you apart. Your heart was never a weakness, it was a compass leading you toward your destiny. Beloved, you must remember this. Transformation doesn't ask you to understand every step, it asks you to trust the direction. You are being led into places your mind cannot yet comprehend. But your soul recognizes them. That is why you feel both nervous and excited. Growth always feels like that. And as you continue forward, you will notice moments of synchronicity, numbers repeating, thoughts manifesting, doors opening with ease. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are gentle signs that you are in alignment. My beloved child, stay close to this truth. Stay connected to the places that nurture your spirit. In a world full of noise, you need spaces that remind you who you are and what you are becoming. You need guidance that strengthens your hope, instead of feeding your fear. You need words that align your heart with your future. That is why I remind you, remain connected. Subscribe now so you don't drift away from the clarity meant for your soul. Each message carries guidance meant to awaken another piece of your destiny. Beloved, let me leave this truth gently in your hands. You are not waiting for your breakthrough anymore, you are walking toward it. Every day brings you closer. Every choice aligns you more deeply. Every breath carries you forward. And soon, very soon, you will look back and realize that this moment right here was the doorway. The turning point. The beginning of everything you prayed for. Your story is rising. Your spirit is glowing. And your destiny is unfolding with grace beyond your imagination.